Again. Somebody asked me the other day, what's all that multiphonics business? Well, I said, frankly, I don't use it in real playing. However, it is fun to be able to do, and I can do it just a bit. There's one or two basic principles. One way of just getting started, and that's what we're talking about, just some simple rules to get started. After that, you can develop it and experiment as much as you like. But if we play an interval of a tenth, and I'm going to take a low F, which on the trombone you would get in sixth position, that note, sixth position, okay, and then we've got the A, a tenth higher, that one. When you get those two notes to go through the horn, it will produce a series of overtones, which is like almost a multi-faceted chord. So let's just try first of all to play the note A. Somewhere about, yeah, it's about right. So I can sing that and at the same time play the F in sixth position. Let's try it. Always keep the A firmly in your mind, that pitch of A, while you're blowing F in sixth position. Well, you heard something like multiphonics there, not just one note, rather two and more in the overtone series that was being created by that interval going through the horn. Now, if we want to progress a little further, we can simply do the same thing, half tone higher, a half step higher, and then another half step higher. So we could go from F and then F, A, then F sharp, B flat, singing the B flat, and G to B. So what we're going to sing is A, B flat, B, and we're going to play sixth position to fourth, F, F, F sharp, G. Hope you can hear those notes. Anyway, important is you keep the starting singing note in your head, just for now. Later on, when you've practiced it a lot, and it depends on your ear, of course. If you've got a perfect ear, you've got no problem. If you've got a good sense of relative pitch, also not such a problem. You should be able to get into it pretty quickly. So F, playing in sixth position, low F, and singing the A, and then going up in half tones, up to the G. And then down again. So that wasn't too bad. I think you could hear the multiphonic thing going on there fairly clearly. Just to say, well, you know, is it useful? Well, it's a very impressive trick. You can do it at your friends at your next party. You can do it in front of your pals at the next rehearsal. Or, if you're very clever, like some players, as I've heard, doing it to incredible facility. I once saw Albert Mangelsdorf live, who was of course one of the guys who really brought this thing into the, I was going to say public eye, but the trombonist's eye for sure. And I recently was privileged enough to be on a clinic with Bill Watrous, and of course he's an absolute master of multiphonics, believe me. He can use it to great effect. I can do it, but I can't necessarily use it, so that's the big difference. But as I say, it's fun to do, and knowing how to do it helps. Hence this little clinic with me, Dave Senior. Now listen, you can go higher, and you can also, we talked about the interval being a tenth, but of course that's just a starter because it's easy to do. But you can start higher up, and I'm now going to go to F in first position, which of course is that. And this time I'm going to sing just a fifth above it, the C. So everybody knows that sound, a fifth, the majestic fifth. Well, here we go. I'm going to play the F and sing the C. That's what I'm going to try and do. It's not so easy, this one, but you should hear the same effect. Great, I hit it first time. Okay, this is still a one-take clinic. You can vary that. So you've got the C, but then you could go C, D, E flat, D, C, da 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 da, always playing. So you're kind of projecting there various shades of an F chord, like an F7th or F7-9 or whatever. All the overtones are in there, so depends what kind of a horn you play it on, what kind of, how accurate you are with the singing, but you will definitely get a series of overtones which sound like something which is fun to hear. I'm going to try that. F, and then those notes on top. Now, needless to say, you can go down the slide. So the next step is try that half a tone lower and half a tone lower. So for example, I'll play now something first, third position with the D, sorry, the C with the F, and then I'll go to the E flat with the B flat. So see what happens. Yeah, you got the picture. So you can vary the tones with the voice and get some colours, and you can end up doing some simple little phrases or even little melodies which might begin to sound like some kind of music. Well, that's about as much as I'm going to do. You heard me almost get into some bit of mood indigo there, but I mean, that's the sort of thing you can do. You can take those kind of tunes and you can mess around and have a lot of fun. And who knows, you might get it off for a public performance, and then you can pat yourself on the back. I think that's a long way off for me yet. But anyway, it's been fun talking to you, and that's my little bit on Multiphonics. Just look out for my little videos, because I'll be doing some more. Cheers, and happy playing, guys and girls.